Hello and welcome to another gear rundown video. This time it's all about John Frusciante of Red Hot Chili Peppers, Mars Volta, Ataxia, solo stuff. He's been active since about 1988, so there is a sheer amount of gear to get through. So in this video I'm not going to talk about signal path or even really when he used them. This is just kind of in the order that they were added, as best as I could find. As ever, if I've missed anything, which I probably have, please let me know in the comments, and if you have any suggestions for artists you'd like to see, let us know. So we're starting with the Boss CE1 Chorus Ensemble. In 1975, Roland made an amp called a JC120, the Jazz Chorus Amplifier. It was really popular, and this pedal is based on a circuit which they used in that amp. John Frusciante liked this pedal so much that he just added more and more. I think he ended up with about 3 of them. Next, the Ibanez WH10 wah pedal. This was his main wah pedal that he used all the way through, and he still uses it to this day. It only has the one knob on it which controls the depth, the Boss DS2. So this is a classic 2-mode distortion pedal, and it gives you the option of warm flat frequency response on mode 1 and then a biting distortion with mid-range boost on mode 2. The MXR Phase 90. So this is a very rich and warm phase shifter used by many artists, Eddie Van Halen most notably. Boss FZ3 fuzz pedal. I'm guessing this is the pre-Cosm version, because I don't think Roland started using Cosm in their stomp boxes till about 2006. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Boss DS1. Everyone's had one of these at some point. Electro-Harmonix 16-second delay. This thing could record for something like 4 minutes. You could change the pitch and the tempo, and you could do cool stuff like record over a reverse loop. The Electro-Harmonix micro synth. So this creates fat analog synth sounds. Everything from percussive stabs to backwards sounding bowed effects. The Dunlop Univibe UV1SC stereo chorus. This helps you get a rotating speaker sound. Think like a Leslie speaker on an old organ. The controls allow you to vary the mix from left to right outputs, and you can also achieve a classic mono sound as well. It has an LED which pulsates at the speed rate. The Electro-Harmonix Russian Big Muff Pi. So this is meant to be a bit smoother than the American-made version. The Russian Muff exhibits slightly less sustain, but it does retain the sound of the Big Muff. And later on added the Electro-Harmonix Big Muff USA Pi. Bigger sound, more sustain, classic pedal. The Electro-Harmonix Holy Grail. This is a reverb pedal, plain and simple. They make it now in a nano version too. The Boss PSM5 switch. This has long been discontinued, but you can pick them up second-hand for about 10 quid, $15, and essentially you can use it just to power other pedals. You plug a daisy chain in and away you go. You can also use it as another effects loop. The MXR Micro Amp. This is one of my favourite pedals of all time. I'll never get rid of mine. It's really subtle, but essentially it's a boost. So it's really good if you're playing an overdriven song and you just want to lift it all up during a solo without really adding any more distortion. The Boss FV50 volume pedal. Everything about this next pedal is very difficult to say. The Z-Vex Fuzz Factory. So these are hand-painted pedals, and you get a lifetime warranty with them. The colours and the details do vary, but I'm sure I found the right one that John used. The idea behind this pedal is to be able to control everything to achieve tight, gated fuzzy sounds, intermodulating oscillations, shortwave radio sounds, ripping Velcro. Wow. Now I know that this video is about pedals, but I've got to put this one in here because it was part of his chain. The Fender Tube Reverb. It's an amp head. It's good, innit? The Line 6 DL4 delay modeler. I've got the box for mine right in front of me, so I can tell you exactly what it does. It's got 16 models built into it. Maestro EP1 Tube Echoplex, Maestro EP3 Echoplex, Roland RE101 Space Echo, Sweep Echo, filter swept delays, Boss DM2 analog delay, Electro-Harmonix Deluxe Memory Man, low res delay, digital delay with modulation, rhythmic delay, stereo delays, ping pong, reverse, TC Electronics 2290 dynamic delay, auto volume echo, and plus a 14-second looper sample. The Line 6 FM4 filter modular. It has programmable filters and monophonic synths. The Electro-Harmonix Deluxe Electric Mistress. It's a classic analog flanger, so it gracefully sweeps the sound spectrum, or you can disengage the automatic sweep and allow for manual positioning of the filter bank. The Digitech PDS 1002 digital delay. So this pedal gives you the choice of 2 seconds, 500 milliseconds, 125 milliseconds, so you can add in the exact amount of delay you want. You can control the delay time and number of repeats, so you get a really precise echo effect. One of the pedals lets you toggle through the effects, the other one lets you kind of turn the effect on and off if you want to bypass. The Dunlop Crybaby. It's a wah pedal, everyone's got one. What does it do? It goes wow 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 wow. A Moog expression pedal, presumably to control all the bloody Moogs he's got. The Mosrite Fuzzrite. This was designed by Ed Sanner for Leo LeBlanc. He was a pedal steel guitarist, primarily playing country music. The pedal does everything from fuzz to wild distortion sounds. The Gaiatone VTX Tube Tremolo. This contains a single shock-mounted 12AX7WA tube. I hope that's right, correct me if I'm wrong. This pedal is supposed to create warm, thick, throbbing tremolo sounds that solid state circuits just can't match. A Moog MF103 12-stage phaser. This is a descendant of the original Moog modular synths. The difference being you can use it with any line level signal. The 12-stage phaser's control parameters are sweep frequency, resonance, LFO rate and LFO amount. The Moog CP251 control processor. So this control processor can be used in connection with one or more of the other analog effects modules. There's 2 kinds of signals in a modular analog synth, audio and control. As the audio signals go through a system of synthesizer modules, they get shaped into the sounds that you hear. And the last 4 things are all Moogs. We've got the MF101 low pass filter, the MF105B bass Murph, the MF105 Murph, and the MF102 ring modulator. Some honourable mentions because I forgot them when I was recording the audio. Some of these weren't used for very long, so don't really warrant being in the full video. The EHX English Muffin, which he does use a lot, the Fuzz Face, DoD FX65, Phase 100, which I think he only borrowed for a little while, Digitech Whammy, didn't last on the board very long, Electro-Harmonix Pog, and the Fox Fuzz and Wah. If you enjoyed this video, please click subscribe and like and share it. The second part of this video is coming as soon as I can. John Frusciante's equipment is a big topic, so it's taking quite a while to gather all the information I can. If I have missed anything, please let me know and let's discuss it in the comments. Whose gear would you like to see? Let me know and we will try our best to get them done.